Today in Taipei, a high-profile court case is back under the microscope. Judges are revisiting a tragic police crash with big implications for how Taiwan defines dangerous driving and public safety. Hey, I'm Leah.
And I'm Garrett. Welcome to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett coming to you from Taipei, Taiwan.
First up, Taiwan's High Court is reviewing whether driver Huang Kuowei, who was under the influence of drugs, legally endangered public traffic safety in a fatal crash back in July 2024. Here are the core facts. Prosecutors say Huang drove without a license and under the influence of a cocktail that included ketamine, amphetamine, and etomidate. Street slang calls some mixes like this zombie vapes because people can appear dazed and slow to react. He crashed into a police vehicle and Officer Huang Wei-chen, a police officer on duty, was killed. The case has been through multiple rounds. An initial sentence of 18 years was challenged. In March 2026, the Supreme Court sent it back to the High Court, which is now closely reviewing video evidence to gauge how much danger his driving posed to the public. 2 timing notes. His current detention period, meaning the time he's legally held in custody, is set to expire in September 2026. And the next big hearing where both sides will argue is scheduled for October 2026. A key dispute is this. The defense claims that because it was late at night and traffic was lighter, his driving might not meet the legal standard for endangering public safety. Prosecutors counter that drug-impaired, unlicensed driving on public roads is inherently dangerous. That's the crux. The High Court is weighing how to apply the law to those facts.
Yeah, I get the legal nuance, but driving high and unlicensed on any public road is a risk multiplier. Late night doesn't erase the danger. 1 car, 1 pedestrian, 1 officer doing their job, that's all it takes. So the idea that fewer cars equals safe enough, that's a curveball for me.
Why did the Supreme Court send it back in March? What's the specific question they want nailed down?
From what the filings suggest, they want the High Court to pin down the degree of danger with precision. In plain terms, did his actual driving behavior, captured on video, meet that legal threshold for endangering the public? Not just that he used drugs, but how he drove under those conditions. It's a fine-tooth comb review. All right, let's roll on. Tainan is gearing up for a major waste management overhaul. By 2027, the city plans to open a new incinerator in Annan District with capacity to burn 100,000 tons of waste a year. For scale, Tainan produces about 1.25 million tons of trash annually. This is one piece of a broader zero-waste push by 2050. They're also expanding recycling with AI sorting machines. That means computer vision systems, basically cameras plus smart software, that can recognize and separate different materials more accurately and faster than humans on a belt. The city's been moving on multiple fronts. Since 2023, they've lined up about 1.37 billion new Taiwan dollars for waste projects. They opened around 1,000 collection sites aimed at eliminating 1 million single-use items a year. They've restricted single-use stuff overall to cut upstream trash. And by 2028, they plan to treat up to 160 tons of food waste per day using biogas fermentation, turning food waste into gas energy through controlled decomposition. Also, a reminder of why capacity matters. In 2025, Typhoon Dana exposed roughly 32,000 tons of old asbestos roofing. That's notoriously hard to handle and shows how shocks can overwhelm systems.
That's ambitious and honestly encouraging. I love seeing concrete steps, the AI sorting, the single-use curbs, the food waste to energy. Why is Tainan doing all of this now with such urgency?
Short answer, past waste pileups created real pain points, and the city doesn't want to repeat that. Securing funding early, adding incineration and recycling capacity, and getting smarter on sorting is how they keep pace with what residents actually throw away. It's building resilience into the system.
Next up, the Transportation Ministry just approved operation of the Tamsui Xinyi MRT extension after Taipei City finished a list of fixes. This is the 1.4-kilometer stretch from Xiangshan Station to Guangqi/Fengtian Temple Station. In early August, inspectors flagged 28 items needing improvement, including fire safety approvals. By mid-August, the city reported those items were addressed, and the ministry greenlit the line later that month. That's quick, and it shows the checklist model can work. Just to define a bit, an operating permit is the government's formal go-ahead to carry passengers, and those fire approvals mean ensuring ventilation, alarms, evacuation routes, and all the safety layers meet code. Once those were settled, everything moved fast.
Yeah, that turnaround stood out. 3 working days after the city confirmed fixes is not messing around. It's also a nice example of central and local teams pulling in the same direction to improve daily commutes. That's pretty cool, right? Staying on rails, Taipei's MRT Xinyi Line East extension is set to open in late August. It's the same 1.4-kilometer segment, and it adds Guangqi/Fengtian Temple Station. The engineering here was tough. The excavation was almost twice the size of a standard station due to tricky geology. Think deeper digs, heavier support structures, and careful groundwater control. Construction kicked off in October 2016, and the city got the operating permit in August. Riders can expect some promotional fare incentives at launch. It'll also link into future projects like the Circular Line East section, and it supports Taipei's net zero by 2050 goal. Net zero means whatever carbon emissions are produced are balanced by removing or offsetting the same amount. The cherry on top, travel time from Guangqi/Fengtian Temple to hubs like Nehu Technology Park should drop significantly once all the links flow.
The complexity here really lands. Big digs, hard ground, safety checks. It underlines why sustainable urban transit takes time and care. But once it opens, the daily impact for commuters can be huge. That's the heartbeat of it. Last up, a quick but important health note. Taiwan's FDA says the Greenwise frozen berries recalled in the United States for possible E. coli contamination had no import applications here as of late July. So there's no record of those products entering Taiwan, and they're in the system's safest alert category. Said simply, we're not seeing those products on shelves locally. E. coli is a bacterium common in human and animal intestines, but some strains can make you seriously sick. Enterohemorrhagic E. coli, the dangerous type flagged in U.S. reports, can cause severe stomach illness and bleeding. The FDA's spokesperson, Liao Tzuting, is advising businesses. If you imported anything similar, check with suppliers, stop sales, and notify authorities if there's any link to the recall.
Yeah, that checks out. It's good to hear there were 0 import filings, but I like that the alert system flips to caution fast. The combination of border controls and clear guidance to businesses is how you keep a food safety scare from becoming a public health problem. All right, that ties it up nicely. I'm Garrett. Stay safe out there. Ride the train if you can, and we'll catch you next time from Taipei.
And I'm Leah. Thanks for sticking with us. Keep informed, take care of each other, and have a great day here in the city.